same time.
Unpacking one slight question, which you may or may not be willing or interested in answering or able. How are the brands benefiting? What is the measurement uplift, any which way you want to describe it? How are the brands really, really their piece of this and how it's incredible for them? What's that opportunity they're taking off the table? Because I think it's a really interesting component.
Yeah, I think I can't necessarily answer like the measurement or ROI question, not because I can't, or it's just because I don't have the answer in front of me right now as much as you'd like. Right. I think the general benefit to clients from a publicist specific standpoint is they're seeing things before they hit the general market, right? The fact that we're able to produce these things means we're able to take it to them as a true first look. We hear that all the time. What can we see that others cannot? And this truly allows for them to not just see, some bullshit programming, but to see actual tentpole type things that are running as originals on these networks, not ad buys, not time buys, not branded content. It's true entertainment in its truest form, and they're getting first crack because of the model and the approach that we've taken with it. And so, because it is still relatively new, ask me in a year how it's all played out, and I would say that my hope would be that it has proven successful for them as well.
Excellent. So because it's early and they're getting that first look, and because we've had some other conversations, the question I would sort of follow up with is, being early allows opportunities that don't happen later on. You can't actually buy a house from a builder and say, oh, I really wanted a slate bathroom. It's too late. What are some of the opportunities for the brands that this early in production opportunity opens up around ad interactivity, or ways to be more natively woven into the content?
I think it's a few things. One of the things that we always start with is brand strategy and KPI. So if we know what a brand is looking for, then it means we can go to market and start to source properties and ideas that we think will actually deliver against what it is that they need. So using women's sports as an example, it's a huge topic, it's a huge area of focus. So we knew that we needed to go find something that would resonate in a way that was different than what you might look at as like a traditional follow doc. I mean, those are wonderful, there's a lot of them. And so how can we find something that is a little bit different, a little bit unique? So you've got that mandate from the client, but then also in speaking with our distributors, is it important to them? Do they care? And if the answer is yes, then you can marry those things together and come back to a client with, you asked us for something unique in women's sports. You asked us to make sure that we had distribution as part of that. Here is everything we said, and then we're mitigating risk by funding a lot of that production and bringing them something that they literally can't get anywhere else that will hit the market likely after it comes out.
And they have a better chance of showing up the way they like.
Yes, and so in those instances, we are early enough on in the process. Sometimes it's a log line, sometimes it's a bit more packaged. But if a client has said this is definitely interesting and we're able to take it to them, if there are multiple episodes, then we talk to them about how they want to show up inside of each and every episode. And since we're working with the creators, we have to be careful, and it's nuanced to say, this isn't going to be a 30-minute commercial for your brand, but here are several ways in which we can deliver against what it is you need to see, what still feels authentic to the show, and you can do all of that within the confines of the structure that I just mentioned and have it come out and be fully baked.
Fantastic. Thanks for taking us through that. That's a really interesting proposition you all, the publicists, have gotten way out ahead of.